question. I hope you're ready with your pen and a paper, eh? Okay, so first question that I would like to ask you all is, what positive attitude means to you? You can unmute yourself and you can answer. Actually, you can take time and even write it down for yourself if you want.
To be optimistic.
Okay, to be optimistic. I'll take notes. Aru, someone else, please. You can write it in the chat section. I will check, Ailene. Chat, Maaisa. Just a minute. I'm not being able to open the chat. Shrina, can you help me with the chat? Anyone has written anything? You're mute.
Sorry. So Bhuandai says not to give up. Ani
Okay.
says rising up to the challenge.
Okay.
Bijuji says to expect good to happen.
To expect good to happen, yes. Rise up to the challenge.
And not to give up. And Ramiz G says seeing the best despite situations.
Okay. Yes. And?
Why we have one more. And Anisha says being calm and composed.
Okay, being a calm and composed is what positive attitude means to you. So, variety of people, variety of definitions, eh? तपाईहरुले भनेको चाहिँ it's totally correct. Somehow, यिनीहरु सबैजना यो मिनिङहरु all are interrelated हैन. So, यो exact meaning हो भनेर पनि नजाउँ. अहिले चाहिँ हामी चाहिँ will stick to what you have said, and अब अर्को चाहिँ तपाईहरुलाई एउटा task दिदैछु म, which is what happened? Okay, so now you need to list down 10 moments when you felt extremely positive, when you were very positive. And your 10 moments, say, make sure you write that is very recent, maybe past 5 days ago or a week or a month. So recent very positive moments, please list them down. I give you 7 minutes. I'll keep a timer for you guys. 7 minutes is enough, more than enough, I guess. Okay. The time starts now, guys. Please start writing. And don't worry, you don't have to share this. This is personally your personal writing for you. So make sure you are as open as you can. Okay? यो तपाईले कसैलाई share गर्नु पर्दैन. So be very open to yourself. लेखी भ्याइसक्नु भएको छ 2 मिनेट अझ बाँकी छ डन अनिशा भुवन दाइको पनि डन इट लुक्स लाइक द्याट
मेरो अघि नै डन
ओके 7 मिनट्स वे too much for you के अरे च्याट मेरो चलिरहेछ इन केस यु हेभ टु सेयर एनिथिङ ओभर च्याट है ओके All right, 30 seconds to go, guys. It looks like you got enough time to write. हुन्छ नि त्यो examination hall को 3 hours कसै कसैलाई धेरै नै हुन्छ नि त्यस्तै लागिरहेछ to some of the people I can see अहिले. All right, time's up. Pause, cancel. अब तपाईहरुले जे लेख्नु भएको छ नि because मैले अघि न च्याट हेर्न पाइन so what your definitions were I was hearing it from Shrina अब यो तपाईले यसकै वरिपरि नै तपाईले अझ धेरै कुरा बुझ्न सक्नुहुन्छ यसमा you will add some more to your definition what positive attitude is भनेर है आजको I hope you will have a good learning let's proceed अब चाहिँ we will classify the moments that you have just listed है your the positive moments that you felt recently यो 10 वटा जुन लिस्ट गर्नु भएको छ तिनीहरुलाई चाहिँ you will classify on the basis of first is if you are focusing on the end result and second is if you are focusing on the process है तपाईले चाहिँ आफ्नो लिस्ट डाउन गरेको 10 moments लाई classify गर्नुस् according to if you are focusing on the process or the end result. If there is any confusion, मलाई सोध्नुस् है. Done? No? So for an example, मैले चाहिँ if I had written my positive attitude would be I would feel great if the presentation went well. So मेरो focus कहाँ हुन्छ? That is the end result, right? So if I have written I was feeling happy while searching information about my research about a blog that I'm going to write and researching about it. So if I have written something like that, that goes under process. Okay, Shrina has done. Bhuvan done? Done. Okay, Bishwesh done. Biju done.
Anisha pani done.
Hansa pen done. All right. So I hope everyone has written down. यो चाहिँ यसलाई मात्र हैन पछि सेसन पछिको लागि पनि you can have a look on your way of focusing on things. अब why is this important भन्दाखेरि if you are focusing on the end result हैन तपाईको short span हुन्छ के those positive attitude is just for short span. Once you achieve it, it's gone हैन. So if you are focusing on the process, your positive attitude keeps on coming के तपाईको बाटोमा आइराख्छ. So you will experience the positive attitudes को हुन्छ नि बहार आउँछ. So there is a saying here. Oh, sorry. So there is a saying that says success is a journey, not a destination. तपाईहरुले सुन्नु नै भएको छ होला है यो. So if you are enjoying your journey, your destination is of course beautiful हैन तर तपाईको journey enjoy गर्नु भयो भने destination is अझ बेसी beautiful के. So यो अहिले भर्खरै मैले जुन तपाईलाई फोकस गर्न लाए नि about your recent positive events that happen in your life. So to know where you are focusing at. So our life is incomplete without hurdles and obstacles. Right? Life brings all these kind of hurdles and obstacles so that we learn and grow better. There is no life. कसै पनि लाइफ हुन्छ नि एकदम मज्जाले बितिरहेको हुँदैन आफ्नो लेभलको आफ्नै अनुसारको जति जे काम गर्नुहुन्छ त्यही अनुसारको चाहिँ हर्डल्सहरु बाटोमा आइरा हुन्छ. सो यसको लागि चाहिँ अब some hurdles to the people who have already taken the session from me about how to design a well-formed goals, we have already talked about what are the obstructions that can come. Right? हामीले ecology check गर्नु पर्ने हुन्छ to know, understand where we are, what we need to do, what are the resources that we have, or what are the resources that we don't have, and how to plan ahead. Right? So अहिले पनि यो it is linked with that because हाम्रो लाइफमा त we are heading somewhere. Right? So when we are heading somewhere, of course, आउँछ बाटोमा obstructions हरु. So we need to plan out. So when we have a clear goal, what happens is you are aware what kind of obstacles will come your way, and you are prepared what to do next. Manera. So sometimes what happens is you don't anticipate some hurdles. You need to tackle it then and there. So if you have a positive attitude towards your life, what happens is you are likely to overcome very easily. So with this, now let me focus into why is having a positive attitude important. Since तपाईहरुको definition ma pani it sounds so important because you are going to approach in your life to have a positive attitude to approach in life and being calm and composed and seeing despite the situation to see things through. So your positive attitude ko importance तपाईको definition ma pani झल्किन्छ के. So अहिले चाहिँ मैले तपाईलाई के भन्न लाग्छ भने I'm going to share an experiment by Barbara Fredrickson. यो experiment चाहिँ I came across when I was taking session from Bhuvan Dai. So Barbara is a psychological professor and she is widely famous for her theory, broaden and build theory of positive emotion. अनि उहाँको चाहिँ even यो मलाई मन परेर राखेको हो मैले यो sorry I'm very good with my laptop. Well, she talks about positivity here. You can read it for yourself. And how positive things can give us a space where we can learn more as a creative, be creative and be receptive. We can open up so much, right? So, उहाँको यो definition, उहाँको आफ्नो अर्को जुन experiment छ, त्योसँग चाहिँ एकदम तुलना गर्न मिल्छ के. They are very closely related. Now what she did is she brought a group of people and she divided them into 5 groups. Let's say group A, B, C, D, and E. And what she does next is she sends group A and B like एउटा room ma. And when they are sent to a room, they are shown pictures and videos that are very positive. सबै positivity ले भरेको हुन्छ त्यो visuals हरु. So this is for group A and B. Next she does is group C like she shows very neutral pictures, human emotions हरु नभएको भनौं न, empty room, chair, table, something like that, that lacks human emotions. And what she does is then group D and E like she sends to a room where they are shown the visuals, the footages that kinds of relates with negativity, fear, अनि sadness and all. So यिनीहरूलाई चाहिँ त्यो रुममा for some time राखिसकेपछि when they are out, they are taken to a hall and they are given some problems to solve, like there are list of problems to solve. And what happens is उहाँको findings मा चाहिँ those people in group D and E, they perform not so good, right? उहाँहरूको answers are not enough, and at the same time group C को चाहिँ some better than D र E, but A र B को चाहिँ performance is like very good, and they have the ability of performance goes high. So हामीले चाहिँ के conclude गर्छौं भन्दाखेरि यो एक्सपेरिमेन्टबाट यदि तपाईको positive mindset is very positive, you can see possibilities. There are so many possibilities for you in front of you. And if you are in a negative state of mind, the positivity भएको कुरा पनि देख्दैन के आँखाले, ओझल हुन्छ. Okay, there are so many messages coming in. मैले पढ्न सकिरहेको छैन, sorry. So we have to be aware about this kind of mental state. हैन, हाम्रो positivity छ भने we have lot of possibilities in front of us. And even I love this quote from Buddha. What he says is the mind is like water, हैन, and when it's turbulent you can't see, it's difficult to see, and when it's calm everything becomes clear. This is something that I personally perceive it, and I have understood it so well. So I kept it here so that you can also understand. So when you can't see things, that means it's not clear, right? You can't see things because your mind is not clear. With this, now अब यो सबै त हाम्रो problem भइहाल्यो हैन. We are facing such kind of things in our life every time because we are doing so many things. We are associated with so many people. Positivity, negativity, आइरहन्छ. And how to make sure that we stay positive all the time, right? Not all the time he is not staying positive, being aware, right? So Hamler's the next step is I'm going to share some techniques and tools that I have learned to stay positive, and it helps. The first thing is what you see in this picture. Can you please share? Take your time.
Apples, and it's like chocolate apple ones.
Okay, next, Arugoi.
The bucket full of apples and many apples.
Okay, bucket full of apples and many apples. Yes. Next, anyone?
Red apples. Tasty होला जस्तो छ.
Red apples. Okay. So now what you see? Guys, if you are sending me chat messages, I'm not being able to access them. So if you want to share, please. What do you see now? Anyone?
The message देखेपछि चाहिँ I started seeing spots on the apples.
Okay.
Yeah, I too started seeing the spots on the apples, and I came to know that most of the apples, maximum of them are good to eat or to consume.
All right.
So I'm not much worried. I'm like, wow, so 70% is a great amount.
So yes, this was what my intention to ask this question, because this also tells us where are we looking. Hamro perception ke hota, what are we looking for? Many people, if they see 70% good, हैन गुड मात्र हेरिरा हुन्छ भने there are people who are just focusing on bad 30% the bad छ भनेर we have so many examples like the glass half filled and half empty so these examples are also looking into life कुन perception ले life लाई हेर्दै छौं भन्ने कुरा पनि आउँछ के यस्तोले and with this हामीले अर्को पनि के भन्न सक्छौं भन्दाखेरि यो हाम्रो माइन्ड जुन छ नि it is so much prone and attracted towards negativity suppose तपाईको दिनभरि you had a wonderful day हैन अनि लास्टमा के खसक्क के हुन्छ हैन some incident that हुन्छ नि makes you think negative अनि the whole day the good day doesn't matter के लास्टमा चाहिँ त्यो इभेन्टले मात्र तपाईलाई यति बदर गरिरा हुन्छ नि so we are prone to negativity यसलाई चाहिँ हामी चाहिँ नेगेटिभ बायस पनि भन्छौं हैन ह्युमन माइन्ड नै त्यसरी डिजाइन छ के so any negative thing gets easily entered into our memory and stays there positive कुरा केही भयो भने फर्स्ट सजेसन अहिले सजेसन दिइहाल्यौं हैन पोजिटिभ कुरा केही भयो भने लाइफमा what you do is you take time take a deep long breath in that moment and enjoy that moment and internalize that moment भन्छ के धेरै रिसर्चर्सहरुले पनि त्यसरी भनिरा हुन्छन् so that you can observe that positive moment inside yourself inside your memory inside your brain because your brain needs to work little harder to observe that positive moments negative is easily goes inside and it stays there right so with this note हामी चाहिँ will go further with the tools that how can we stay positive first thing again here self awareness आउँछ self awareness भनेको चाहिँ we need to understand ourselves who we are जुन अघिनको एक्सरसाइजहरु दुईटा गर्यौं नि हामीले so that was to understand what are we looking into हाम्रो focus केमा छ त so that is why we did the exercise ahead and यो भन्दा अगाडि पनि self awareness चाहिँ धेरै फ्याक्टर्सहरुको लागि काम लाग्छ but as the saying we'll focus on how to have it in the perception of having a positive mind right? So what you can do is to stay positive right? You can take notes of how you're feeling every day taking notes will what will it do is it will help you to understand your emotions completely if you're feeling happy why are you feeling happy if you're feeling sad so taking accounts writing it down and finding it out the reasons as well to be happy or sad all the emotions that you are having in a day so maintaining that helps अर्को चाहिँ what will happen is हामीले चाहिँ जुन अघि भर्खर मैले भने we have to put ourselves in a positive mindset because negative mindset चाहिँ हाम्रो easily form हुन्छ के हाम्रो नेचरै त्यस्तो छ दिमागको easily form हुने भएको भएर positive को लागि चाहिँ अलिकति मेहनत गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ and practice चाहिँ we have to set it as a habit so we have to practice this a lot so with this हामीले चाहिँ also अर्को thing we can do is while we are making notes of our emotions and everyday activities what is bothering me what is not bothering me यो सबै कुराको लेख्दाखेरि चाहिँ you will also find a pattern okay? and finding pattern means knowing ourselves again so when you find yourself you are set in some kind of pattern you will also have to see if you are open minded or not open minded पनि in what context because हामी चाहिँ culturally different छौं नि त so कुन कुराले someone did something which bothered me है so तर उसको कल्चरमा त्यो acceptable हो नि त so we need to even think in that way you think in that way and have an open mindset so with that also we need to understand are we sitting in our comfort zone है हामी comfort zone मा बस्यो भने त हाम्रो ग्रोथ हुँदैन नि हैन so we have to come out stretch ourselves to learn something and when we learn when we keep a target for ourselves goal for ourselves ani balla in the way we will learn more and ani of course arko चाहिँ एउटा term छ NLP मा हामीले सिकेको there is no failure only feedback so हामीले जब हामी comfort zone बाट बाहिर निस्किन्छौं when we are working in our stretch zone of course हाम्रो hurdles हरु obstacles ले हामीलाई failure पनि चखाउँछ हैन तर त्यो भनेको चाहिँ we have to take it positively and think it is a feedback and then it works really well right So with this, we will also have to analyze our situation. हामी कस्तो स्टेटमा छौं यो चाहिँ हाम्रो डेली लाइफमा है अहिले चाहिँ what I have started doing is I have started looking each and every small aspects of my life in putting these things in consideration, okay? And it's helping me a lot to do better. So I need to we all need to see what's working and what's not working, right? So and with this also we need to focus on what we have rather than what we don't have. किनभने sometimes what we do is मेरो त गाडी छैन, how can I go भन्ने अब लकडाउनको टाइममा I cannot go भन्ने हाम्रो फोकस केमा छ, how can I go, I don't have हैन. So instead of focusing on that, instead of lamenting about that situation, if we become more proactive and look into what we have, we'll find a solution, right? So this is what we are learning as a key हाम्रो self awareness, what we have, what we don't have भन्ने कुराको separation भएपछि where to focus on what we have. अनि अर्को चाहिँ even with this what we have सँग चाहिँ अर्को आउँछ is expectation. If you have massive expectation with someone else, with other things हैन, त्यो expectation जति बढी हुन्छ नि, when that expectation doesn't meet, you have equal counter effect क्या, त्यति नै तल जान्छ के त्यो. It will bring you that negative emotions when the expectation is not met. So what you can do to have a positive attitude is have less expectation or zero expectation. So you are aware that I don't have any expectation. त्यो attitude ले बस्यो भने के हुन्छ, when someone does something, oh my god यसले गर्यो भन्ने दिमागमा आउँछ, and it's more positive के, it builds a positive feeling inside you. So with this also, now another word, perfect. When I say perfect, तपाईहरुको दिमागमा के आइरा होला? So this is very subjective term हैन. So depending on people to people, perfect कसैको लागि perfect body different हुन सक्छ है. Perfect score during our exams could be different. So यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ के भन्छौं भने decide not to be perfect है. Your attitude deciding not to be perfect राख्यो भने के हुन्छ, you have always a space to grow. So when you have a space to grow, you have a space to be a better version of yourself, right? Your attitude, using again coming back to having a positive mindset. With this also there are times when you have control over taking decisions, I know. So when you have a goal to achieve, you have steps that you need to complete, and when you are going towards your goal, you are achieving them, there are times when you don't have control over it, right? It is dependent on someone else. Suppose सरकारी कार्यालयमा sign गराउनु छ कुनै पेपरमा, not under your control, right? You need to wait. So with those moments, what you do is you sit back, back to neutral gear ma आफूलाई राखेर, you watch, you observe things, you learn better, right? Your time is not a time to hustle and jump into it. Rather, stay back and relax and see things, how they are going, how they are performing, what's happening. And when you have control over the things again, then you respond. So this kind of situations हाम्रो लाइफमा आइ नै रहा हुन्छ. So how you react भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ, now it's your duty and your call how to react to such situations. अर्को चाहिँ, if given a chance, I just say go back to your memories of your school days अथवा college days सोच्नुस् त भन्न थाले भने मैले, you will start thinking, right? You will keep on thinking, अनि एउटा memory पछि अर्को memory पछि अर्को, there will be a chain kind of thing to your memories, and you will be just floating in your wow moments, and maybe linking some unwow moments along, right? So what happens is, if you know that you have a control over your mind, and you say, okay, I'm floating in my memory for just 30 minutes and I'll come back and do my work, त्यो भन्नु भयो र गर्नु भयो भने, then you have control over your mind. And if you just let it free, you are just floating and floating and floating, and what happens at the end, your work are undone, and when your work are undone, you are under stress, and then comes negative thoughts, पुरा सरर align भएर आइहाल्छ. So when you are being aware about yourself, you also need to be aware that if these moments, this drifting of giving you positive vibes, give it a time frame and have control over your mind. That is what I need to say over this self-awareness part. Let's move on to our next part, which is more about it's a emerging thing आजकलको एकदम इन्टरनेटमा if you search, there are a lot of things going on about mental cleansing, है. यसमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि there are a lot of researchers who are working in this kind of mental cleansing, and even it works. It works because if we add those attitude in our lifestyle, incorporate those attitude in our lifestyle, they'll bring a massive change in our life. For example, now if someone has an habit of giving hateful comments or immediately त्यो I can't do it, म गर्न सक्दिनँ, यस्तो खालको नेगेटिभ थट्सहरु if तपाईलाई आइराख्छ भने, now again self awareness मा भने जस्तै you need to take control over your mind. When I say that you need to take control over your mind, again यहाँ पनि it relates. Now you need to take over your mind and say I can do it, right? And you need to stop yourself from giving hateful comments. So mental cleansing ma चाहिँ it's just like a strict diet that you're not eating some food, you're stopping yourself. हात जान्छ, you want to eat ice cream but you're stopping yourself. Same thing you do with mental cleansing. Negative thoughts आइराछ, you stop yourself by not thinking. So यो काम चाहिँ अलि tough छ, but it's not impossible because people are doing it. When someone else can do it, you can do it, right? With this, what you can do is, in mental cleansing, you can start writing a gratitude diary. So gratitude diary ले चाहिँ के गर्छ भन्दाखेरि, if you write twice a day, if you are thankful for something, it will give you, it will compile your positiveness, positive attitude towards different aspects, different things that is going on in your life. So you write a diary once in the morning or evening or anytime you can set it for yourself. So it does help. So you can start writing gratitude diary. With that, you can start concentrating. अब हामी सोसाइटीमा बस्छौं, we don't like some people and मलाई यो मान्छे मन पर्दैन. So you need to remove that attitude and see the positive side of that person. Okay? So why you don't like that person? So what you like about that person? So looking, your focus चाहिँ shift गर्ने from concentrating on the person's negative quality or negative aspects, concentrating on their positive sides. So your workplace ma pani it works in your social settings ma pani, so it works everywhere. So you can start doing that and you will find a difference as you start doing that. And what you can do is you can indulge yourself in giving appreciation, you know, suggest appreciating people for what they have done, giving compliments, not like the fake wala, not for the sake of saying, a genuine compliment. Of course, when you start thinking about it deeply, it will come. So it's not something impossible, you can do it. And in a workplace or anywhere, social setting ma, if you avoid unnecessary discussions over unimportant kura, why waste time on those kind of things? So if you start avoiding those and also avoid controversies, and what will happen is it will give you, eventually your mind setup will be so positive. Yeah, why to fight? Let's settle it down. So your approach will be, instead of fighting, it will be settling things down. So your attitude भनेको पनि positive हो. अर्को चाहिँ what happens in our life is there is a fight going on and you go in between and you know that another person is wrong. अर्को मान्छेले गफ दिइरा हो, उ गलत हो भनेर थाहा छ, तर it's not necessary. You don't have to prove yourself right all the time. What you do is you just say, okay brother, you're right, now let's just stop this discussion भन्यो भने त्यो मान्छेलाई पनि थाहा हुन्छ के मैले त I was supporting and defending myself for something wrong नि त, अनि त्यो मान्छेको पनि दिमागमा जान्छ के why did he do that भनेर. So that effect will also influence the other guy to have a positive attitude. So with this, our mental cleansing is completed. अर्को पनि हामीसँग 2-3 वटा tool बाँकी छ. Any questions? It feels like I am talking alone. No questions? Okay, so you guys are getting my point, eh? What I'm trying to say. Are you being able to relate in your daily life? Okay. Anisha, she nodded. Okay, Bizu, thumbs up. Okay. So we'll go ahead with the Arco slide. So sometimes what happens is if you laugh out at the anger that it's coming to you, it helps. So I have an example for you from the movie Munna by MBBS. Click the play button. टेक्निकल डिफिकल्टीको कारण तपाईहरु प्लिज धैर्यता धारण गर्नु होला. Where is my cursor? Okay. What? I think this is not working. Any idea to play it without touching the screen? Anyone? The IT people are here. Please help me out.
तपाईँले माउसको उ भेटिएन कर्सर
The thing mouse ko ai nahi raha chaina. I'm
स्पेस
looking
बार
for it.
इन्टर स्पेस बार इन्टर
It just switches to the next slide. Thank you so much. I think let's give up.
ओके
Okay, well, let me just explain. I will try my best to laugh like this. I know. So what happens is, I hope you have watched this movie. If you have not watched, you can find a clip like this. And this guy, Rastana, Dr. Rastana, okay, Astana, he gets so furious that he laughs out. Yeah. So we can also try that technique. When you are angry, you can laugh at your anger, and the anger slows down, cools down. And अर्को पनि हामीले चाहिँ स्कुलमा पढेको थियो होला, सबैजनाले स्कुलमा पढ्नु भएको छ कि छैन, रिसको ओखती भन्ने स्टोरी, जहाँ चाहिँ रिस उठे कि यु निड टु ड्रिङ्क अ ग्लास अफ वाटर. इभन हजुरआमाहरूले पनि मलाई त सिकाएको छ है मेरो हजुरआमाले, इफ यु आर एङ्ग्री यु जस्ट ड्रिङ्क अ ग्लास अफ वाटर एन्ड इट कम्स यु डाउन. सो दिस इज अल्सो अ वे where you can shift from a negative environment towards a positive side. अर्को चाहिँ in our daily life we are doing something, and sometimes हामीलाई चाहिँ एकदम नेगेटिभिटीले it pulls us down and you don't want to do anything. You feel you are into that negativity. So what you can do is, when you are working on something very important, you can have a past reflection, because you have always done something before where you have tried and tested and achieved. So similarly, कुनै पनि आउने daysहरुमा when you feel low, what you had done before, what you had done in the past that helps you to move forward, त्यो सोच, त्यो concept राखेर if you look into things, it will fall into places. You will find answers as well. अर्को चाहिँ what you can do is, when you feel low and when you feel that the world is ending, nothing, I can't do anything, भन्ने यो negative thoughts around, you just you feel like you are in a cyclone, right? So what you do is, you make sure you come out of that cyclone and think of a person who could suggest you, who could give you suggestion, like your mom or your elder brother or your mentor or a teacher, someone you look up to at times. So उहाँले चाहिँ तपाईलाई त्यो सिचुएसनमा, this is a problem, now what should I do भन्दाखेरि, what will they suggest you जस्तो लाग्छ. So whatever they suggest you is into your mind, and you can work accordingly. You will find a solution then and there. अर्को चाहिँ when you are into such puddle of negativity, what you need to do is you need to make changes. You need to swiftly change. जस्तो कि exam को बेलामा if you are continuously studying and ekasi your mind just blocks. So what you do, you just leave your books and you just go for a walk and come back and again start studying with a fresh mind, right? So most of us have done that, होइन? So even हाम्रो यो अहिलेको सिचुएसनमा any time, any situation in our life, daily life that we encounter such kind of situation, we just let go. We just go away from it, go for a walk, or even you do any hobbies that you like, that gives you joy, है? त्यस्तो हबिजहरु तपाईले त्यस्तो जोयफुल कामहरु जुन तपाईलाई मन पर्छ त्यो गर्नुभयो भने it will help you to stay away from what is that problem that is in your life, and it is there of course, but you will have a different perspective, different attitude, different mindset, and you come back with those positive and resourceful attitude, and then you look into the problem, boom, you have a solution. So these are the steps that you need to every time remind yourself again and again, because it does help in your life to have a positive attitude and overcome the negatives. So with this, my session is off, and I have a note for you that is on the screen. Please read it for yourself, guys. And the floor is open for the questions, please. And my cursor is still not working. I don't know how to stop sharing the screen. Okay, it's working. Okay. So who is not here? Okay. केही क्वेसन छ? सबैजनाले अनम्युट गरे हुन्छ आफूलाई. And any question? No questions?
Question is like,
Or
huh?
म भन्न लाग्थे नत्र if you are not saying anything.
Okay, so just this सान कुरा मात्रै हो. So
Okay.
तपाईले एउटा स्लाइडमा भन्नुभएको थियो नि what's working and what's not working भनेर. So can you walk me through that again एकचोटि?
Just to you have taken up some you have a goal to achieve, हैन? अनि त्यसमा चाहिँ you are doing so many sort of कुरा all together, हैन? अनि what is working or what is not working, ma'am? For example, okay, I am giving this presentation. So I am doing so much of research, right? So research ma चाहिँ if I am जुन पनि researchबाट if I am taking notes and filling up my notes, that is helpful for me to share in my session, that is working. And if I am looking into something that is not relevant at all, हैन? That's not relevant and not going to help me in the session, for the session, so it's not working. So यो चाहिँ एकदम concrete example दिरा हो, एकदम specified, हैन? अरु पनि हुन सक्छ. So if you are an athlete, you need to run, you need to eat healthy foods, हैन? So what is working? Is it helping you? If you are eating food that is gaining you weight, is it helping? It's not working, right? So healthy हुँदैमा तिम्रो weight पनि gain हुँदैछ भने it's not working. So you need to channelize those and know what is helping you to go forward and what is not helping you. बुझ्नु भयो? बुझ्नु भएन? Okay, can you give me an example what you are working at the moment, so that I can just specify and give you suggestions and tell you.
And I got it, like so जस्तै म एउटा कुनै presentation कै लागि नै जस्तै तपाईले example दिनुभयो, if I am working on that भने at the moment if I have too many options on my hand, too many research papers to study on, so now I can divide it into two parts, saying which are the topics this blog or this paper contains that I want to work on, that would work for me in that presentation. And there will be certain other papers that I have on my hand as an option, but that might not have that much of a material for me to concentrate on. So that is something that I can keep in a not working section, so that I can have a focus on those things that would work.
Yeah, of course, if you have separated out such things that you are going to put under not working, of course, that are for future reference. If you're doing that, if you have taken down something from internet and for your work, अहिले काम नलाए पनि पछिको लागि काम लाग्छ भनेर चाहिँ that notion ले होला, तर not for this, so it's not working at this moment. So you need to हुन्छ नि scan them out के अहिलेको लागि जुन अहिले immediate focus जेमा छ त्यसको लागि चाहिँ what are necessary, what are the steps that are necessary. So what is supporting me and what is not supporting me.
So segregating and moving forward.
Anisha बहिनीलाई त नामै लिएर भन्छु. Anisha, you have no questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
Wow.
Okay.
मैले चाहिँ अघि नै के भन्न लाग्थे भन्दाखेरि how I was going to give my own example. So negativity can strike you anytime, any point of time, हैन. So being aware helps you to tackle all those negativity के अनि लाइफमा चाहिँ there are so many things that you can हुन्छ नि spread them out and individually you can tend them के. So if you individually tend them, you have a different solution for different things that is in your life, different aspects of हाम्रो लाइफको different कुराहरु भइरा हुन्छ. सो सबैलाई एउटै कुराले चाहिँ सल्भ गर्न नखोजेर, सो आजको सेसनमा आई हेभ गिभन यु सो मेनी टुल्स हैन, कुनलाई के काम लाग्छ त्यो चाहिँ आफैले रियलाइज गरेर you can start working on them, and as you work then only you will find the difference.
Is there a chance that you will not recognize negativity? जस्तो भनौँ न कुनै jealousy अथवा कुनै कसैको रिसको कारणले कोहीसँग बोल्न छोडियो तर त्यो नेगेटिभिटी पोजिटिभिटी छुट्याउन सकिन्न, खाली अर्कोलाई इग्नोर गरेर बसिन्छ हैन. अनि
यदि if you know that you are ignoring for some specific reason and you are aware about the fact, then it's okay हैन. किनभने negative emotions you can't take out of your life completely, because negative emotions drives you sometime. कहिलेकाहीँ हाम्रो
क्लासमा not aware, like what is there a chance that you will not be aware? How do you make yourself aware? कतिपय बेला हुन्छ नि त, जस्तो हामी सँगै काम गरिरहेको बेला पनि कसैलाई हामी प्यासिभ एग्रेसिभली कसैलाई पेलिरहेको हुन्छौँ अथवा उसलाई बढी काम लोड दिइरहेको हुन्छ, तर हामी वी डोन्ट रियलाइज कि त्यो हाम्रो नेगेटिभ इमोसन्सबाट आइरहेको हुनसक्छ भन्ने हुन्छ नि त हैन. त्यो पोसिबिलिटी छ कि छैन? त्यस्तो पनि हुन सक्छ.
पोसिबिलिटी छ if you are not trying to look into yourself. यदि हामीले अब यो सेसन आज जसले लिनु भएको छ, you are trying to find more positive things नि त in your life, how to separate them भन्ने, you are consciously trying to know more. So अब if the person doesn't want to know, उ त्यही ठाउँमा छ, उ स्ट्याग्नेन्टै त्यही ठाउँमा हुन्छ and will not be able to understand. अब उलाई चाहिँ कुनै कुराले हिट गरेपछि बल्ल त्यो रियलाइजेसन जान्छ कि if the person जसलाई उले पेलिरहेछ उले you are doing this to me भनेपछि उले फिल गर्छ कि, so there might be such instances जहाँ चाहिँ मान्छेलाई थाहा हुँदैन. तर नेगेटिभ इमोसन नेगेटिभै हैन कि, it sometimes drives as well है. It has good हाम्रो लाइफमा चाहिँ गुड स्पटहरु लिएको छ हाम्रो दिमागमा चाहिँ नेगेटिभिटीले.
Okay, thank you.
Like you said, हामीले नेगेटिभ कुरा चाहिँ बडी क्याच गर्छौँ, पोजिटिभ भन्दा.
यो पनि मैले रिसर्चहरु गर्दाखेरि नै थाहा पाएको कुरा हो सबै कुरा. So this is all findings from other people हैन. And even मैले पनि यसो हेर्दाखेरि in my life as well, I am being able to relate, and as well as taking their suggestion and your tools are used गरेर चाहिँ I am also being able to overcome this के. Negative emotions छ भन्दैमा you need to even accept. Awareness is सबभन्दा important कुरा यसमा चाहिँ. Okay, I don't think we have any more question. Jyoti ji, yes, we will post this on YouTube. and send you the link as well. Okay. All right. Any more questions? Final questions for the session?
I have one more question. um,
I'm happy to answer the questions, Pana, Srina.
जस्तै दाइले भन्नुभएपछि चाहिँ ठ्याक्क दिमागमा स्ट्राइक भएको क्या हामी जब रिस आइरहेको हुन्छ नि दिमागमा त्यो पुरै आँखा नदेख्ने गरिकन म मेरो अगाडि नै के देखिरहेको भने हाउ वुड आई बी एबल टु लाफ एट द्याट सिचुएसन क्या लाइक
त्यसैले त you need lot of practice भने त मैले. So it's not like one day thing. Either you have heard and it will happen tomorrow. No, you will have to practice this. You have to keep on. So swimming गर्न गयो तिमी swimming pool मा हाम फाल्यो. Do you know how to swim? No, you will have to practice every day. You will be better, right? So same thing. यसमा पनि you will have to practice, and when you practice enough, one day you will be able to do that whatever you said अहिले भर्खरै. एकैछिनमा हुन्छ. You are immense anger and you are ha 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 laughing. All right. So the session is over, Panam. Right? We will send you a feedback form. Please give your suggestions and feedbacks. Looking forward. Right? Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.